So I have no idea what's going on because I press lock and then it unlocks and beeps. Why? What does that even mean?
And we're off to a great start, clearly. Welcome back. I filmed an intro, but apparently our mics weren't on. Today we are working on the front cabin floor, which should be simple, allegedly.
We have our Wolfbox G900 Pro to install and Type-C dash mount extension so we can have wired CarPlay as an option.
Using our trim removal tools, I popped off this piece on our front dash. We are going to be modifying it to fit our wired CarPlay.
Ours had a USB slot, but we need to cut a hole big enough for the wired CarPlay adapter to fit into. I used a clamp to hold it down and my oscillating saw to cut off the plastic bits on the back. Then I took our step down bit to make the hole big enough for our adapter. And once we popped that in, here was the finished cover.
And we are currently taping it to some wire. Well, I guess not wire, some thread. It's a cat. And the easiest route, if you have an older Ford Transit, is to take that string. This is where the radio goes. There is a center hole. Go down through this cubby this way. We use some rubber to get there, and it should feed into where the existing 12-volt hole is, which is this string here. And then you go down, and then through the cubby down here, which is where the piece that we cut came out of. We did have to take this attachment piece off to get behind there a little easier, but it was just a couple clips you pry off like everything else. Now we should be able, in theory, to pull it back through and then put the radio in.
Yeah.
Not the easiest, but the paracord makes it possible to thread it through. This is one of those just go for it steps.
Alright, so I ended up taping off any ends that we knew we weren't using, like parking brake. We had like remote control, which we don't really need, it's touchscreen. Got all this. And then everything else got capped and connected with the adapter piece. We followed a little diagram that showed us what to link where, and everything was pretty much color matched up, if not like a stripe with a color that it was pretty close to. So that was pretty easy. Like we taped up all these extra ones that we don't need. We don't have a 2011 Ford Fiesta. And so now we were going to plug in our adapter piece we just talked about into the Type-C slot, which is over here. And then the other two things we need to plug in are our GPS, which is the screen that's going to help boost our GPS for Apple CarPlay. And then there is a microphone, so if we're talking on the phone to people through CarPlay, this is something we would like installed. We tested the other day, it was pretty slick. So we're going to end up drilling a hole in our top, and that's going to help us feed that through.
Good. Oh yeah, she's solid there, bud.
You're now looking at two pretty confident individuals. No big deal.
Yeah, but it's my entire locks.
Is your mic on?
We are now shifting to installing our Wolfbox G900 Pro. There are a few power options, but we are going the OBD route and tucking the wires under the dash.
We first had to figure out how to get the cords inside our dash. We ended up taking apart the cup holder. Our OBD compartment is under our steering wheel, so we opened that up and threaded down to it.
We wanted it to run up to our rear view mirror, but still stay tucked into our headliner.
We powered up the Wolfbox camera just to make sure everything we currently had hooked up was working.
Cal climbed up to the back of the van and started working on a plan to install our backup camera. We have 3 cameras going in, our backup cam, a passenger blind spot cam, and our dash cam.
We are back out in the van. I am back out in the van today, and I am going to work on cleaning the floor so that we can get that all sealed up, because when we took our seats out there were holes, so we ended up plugging those holes with some 3D printed stuff. So now we need to kind of degrease, get everything really scrubbed down really good, and then once we get everything scrubbed down, hopefully we can seal the holes up and get our floor in. Alright, we need to get everything out of here first. Don't mind me.
We are quickly realizing that a garage cleanout is in our future because we have a lot of tools and pieces everywhere. This van has seen some things.
But anyways, Cal and 3D printed. So when we sold the seats, we also sold the rails and the T55 like screws that were in the bottom of the van. So we had to 3D print screws because it was going to be like $150 in screws to reorder the screws to replace the holes, and they wouldn't have been flush. So it was just going to be a whole thing to keep the holes sealed under our floor. So he ended up modeling and 3D printing a T55 screw with the treads that is flat. So we screwed them in. They're all the way down flush, and then we're gonna flex seal tape to kind of seal over them. This thing was nasty, you guys. Got a white floor again, woo! All right, let's grab all this garbage. Yep. Yep. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Will she make it happen? Yeah. Crocs. Sick. Alright. The other thing that like super sucks about working in the van with no floor is these ridges. And they hurt to sit on, to kneel on, to stand on. Like, it is the most annoying thing on my joints right now. So can't wait to get some flooring. Okay, so now we have to cover approximately like 40 of these with a little strip of tape. And go! It's just like, the ridges are the worst in here. Ugh. It like, not even in a good way does it hurt, it just hurts. Okay, let's start over here, friends. I've never used flex tape before, but I don't think there's any rules. Let's see. Can be applied hot, cold, wet, or dry, even underwater. Okay, sick. Everything should be dry. I just cleaned in here, but a sharp knife or razor blade. I can't use scissors. Huh? The packaging stuck to my flex tape. That don't make no sense. On the stick, brethren. The Ugh, ripped.
I was very confident 5 minutes ago.
Okay, well now I have a strip of trash. Excellent. Ow. Gosh, this freaking floor. I feel like I can't have gloves on or this is gonna be bad. I should close the doors, it's getting cold in here.
At this point, I was asking myself, why is it always like this?
Wow. What was that? Hey, Q for ya. This is sticky, right? Is this
supposed to be sticky?
This side's not. Is it supposed to come up together or just this piece?
Probably both together.
Well, it won't. When I opened it, this piece just peeled off in one strip, and then this didn't come with it. This feels like the backing.
And at this point, I am now upset with flex tape for being impossible to open.
It is getting chilly. I got those tools put away. I was just trying to get a couple of these on. You can apply hot, cold, underwater, or above water. Jeez. Okay, you can't use scissors to cut this. How am I supposed to cut it?
After a frustrating day of opening tape, I took the day to collect myself, and now we are back and taping the floor. Now I am cruising and sealing up this van. Here is a closer look at the pieces that Cal and 3D printed for all of the holes we are covering. They pop in super easy and should keep water and condensation out of our van.
While Haley was working on that, I was continuing working on getting the Wolfbox backup camera installed. I found the center of the back of the van. I then put in place where I think the Wolfbox should go, marked that, and then drilled small pilot holes for the step bit to fit into. Once the hole was the right size, I fed the camera end through into the van. I then used some sheet metal screws to screw into the sides and then caulked over the top of those.
The backup camera.
The backup camera. It looks off center, but for the record, the light logo is not center of the van. The Ford logo that says like, hey, this is probably center, it's not center. I also drew on the van, but you won't see that because there'll be a camera and bracket there. Swagalicious.
Swagalicious. That's a new one. It's a new verbiage. Ugh, you know what I want?
What?
Queso and chips. And a margarita.
Hey, can you catch this?
Maybe. The answer's no. But I have it.
Up, down, up, down. You will now begin the fitness pacer test. Up, down.
The fitness grand pacer test.
Down. Up, down.
Listen to that purr.
Listen to that engine purr, baby.
Alright, so powering on with the orange button. Hey guys, that's my radio I installed.
Why do we have static,
I
bro?
don't know what we're gonna...
Turn it off.
I'm
Turn it off.
trying. Okay. Alright. Can I peel this off or not?
Not yet.
Okay, well, we want to go to camera.
Just swipe,
Oh,
maybe. Wasn't it working before?
please have rear or extra camera connected.
Oh, we don't have it plugged in.
Oh, so where'd you run that?
I just tucked it in over there.
This?
Yep. You can just grab, yeah.
Rear camera connecting.
That could help if it was
Holy
plugged
cow.
in.
All right, so there's your
Boom.
view.
Full screen that bad boy. Swipe. Yeah.
It is upside down.
Which we can flip in the settings.
Okay. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with this, you can also in here tilt it.
Okay. I guess it's hard to know. I feel like that's fine. Like I can see all the way to the edges.
Well, come on.
It's because you got a stupid screensaver.
Because, like, then you can just kind of...
Position it where you want it. I feel like you have a lot of wiggle room.
So maybe I go down more? Because you can see so much behind.
But that's kind of what you want, isn't it?
Right, but I also want to be able to see, like, down.
Okay, so then maybe down a little?
Okay, take the thing off.
It's pissing me off. I can put it back on.
Now we're touching it with fingerprints.
You're gonna be touching your fingerprints anyway.
Everything. What is this? Oh. That's awkward.
I'm filming your crash out.
Yeah, because there's stuff everywhere. Pisses me off. Where's what I'm looking for? I have a garage, they said. You can store things, they said. Can't store anything because I can't find anything. I found it. If I get it on myself?
No. I don't think so.
Just kind of tuck it in there, you know?
You know?
But then I probably shouldn't wipe it on my pants.
No, that I wouldn't do. Oh my god. Did you just have to lick that?
Just gonna seal it up. Hopefully.
Insert cock joke.
My cock is wet.
Nice. That's what she said.
Yeah. My cock is so hard to work with. We'll get there when we get there, yes. Oh my god. It's fine. Cock specialist.
Supreme.
I feel like ladders are acceptable, right?
Yeah, sure. It's dry.
Ah, but it's still
Do you
gooey.
need a paper towel?
Probably.
Just gawking. You can see here, all of the holes are covered. You can't even tell in the video because it's all white. There's just no holes. Look at that. They say you can crank her 90 and she'll come off.
Don't crack the windshield, please.
I'm a bit.
Are you just turning the mirror?
This whole piece should just crank 90.
What?
What they say.
That doesn't seem right.
He had to get like a towel around his to get it to crank 90.
Infinite USB. Jesus!
I did it! 90 degrees. And rip.
Christ.
No damage either.
That's so scary. Mirror. Now we have to figure out how to
For sale.
retrofit.
Anybody need a mirror?
So what I was hoping would be able to...
And that's where we wrap this week. Tune in next week to find out why we have water in our van.